Good afternoon, Johnny Taylor. My name is Mihira. Let's start the warm-up session. Tell me what you feel your greatest skill as a nurse is.
My greatest skill as a nurse is my communication ability. I'm very proud of my ability to listen to what a patient is telling me. Nothing frustrates them more than feeling as though they're not being heard, and actively listening can help make someone comfortable. In addition, I learned that addressing their concerns and communicating assuredly make them feel comfortable, which is important to receiving quality care.
What do you find is the hardest part about being a nurse?
I think the hardest thing I've had to deal with is feeling helpless. While it's my job to provide as much care and comfort as medically possible, there are times when I just can't do more. Seeing someone in pain or feeling miserable and knowing there's nothing you can do to help is the most difficult thing I deal with. I am a nurse because I genuinely care about people and want to help, and when I can't, that's hard.
How do you handle the stress of the job?
To handle the stress of the job, I prioritize self-care and seek support from colleagues and loved ones. I maintain a healthy work-life balance by scheduling regular breaks, engaging in activities I enjoy outside of work, and practicing stress relief techniques such as mindfulness or exercise. Additionally, I make sure to communicate openly with my colleagues about any challenges I'm facing and seek their advice and support when needed. Taking time to decompress and recharge allows me to approach my work with renewed energy and focus, ultimately ensuring that I can continue to provide the best possible care to my patients.
What is the dignity of being a nurse?
Being a nurse is a noble and rewarding profession that involves caring for people's health and well-being. One of the dignities of being a nurse is respecting human dignity. Nurses respect the inherent dignity, worth, and uniqueness of every person they encounter, regardless of their health condition, culture, religion, or background. Nurses treat their patients with kindness, compassion, and empathy, and uphold their rights to privacy, autonomy, and quality care. Having a sense of purpose. Nurses have a meaningful and fulfilling career that makes a positive difference in people's lives. These are some of the dignities of being a nurse that make it a rewarding profession.
Discuss the personal attributes that make you especially qualified as a nurse.
I am extremely detail-oriented. Whether I'm charting and keeping records, noting patient conditions, or administering medication, I always double-check my work. Efficiency is important, but not at the expense of accuracy, and I believe in removing as many barriers to accurate care as I possibly can. I am also very observant. I tend to notice the details about patients' conditions that others miss. Whether it's a glassy look in their eye or a certain way they are clutching their abdomen, I look for and record details that may offer clues into the causes behind a patient's condition.
Your preparation time is over. You can now start your role play.
Good morning, my name is Johnny Taylor, and I'm one of the nurses here at the Community Health Center. How may I help you today?
I'm a bit worried, nurse, to be honest. My daughter, Sia, has been having some trouble with constipation, and I'm not sure what to do about it.
I completely understand your concern. It can be really distressing to see your child uncomfortable. Before getting into the details, how may I address you?
You can call me Mihira.
Your child's name and age, please.
Her name is Sia, and she is 7 years old.
Thank you for the details, Mihira. Now, let's talk more about what's been going on with Sia, and we'll figure out the best way to help her feel better. But first, could you tell me a bit more about her symptoms and situations in detail, please?
Of course, it started about 4 days ago. She's been saying that her stomach hurts, and she hasn't been going to the bathroom as often. She tries, but nothing happens. I haven't given her any laxatives yet because I wasn't sure if I should.
It's good that you're monitoring her symptoms closely. It sounds like she's been quite uncomfortable. Aside from the stomach pain, has she experienced any other symptoms? Maybe changes in her appetite or behavior?
She's been eating a little less, but nothing too drastic. She's still playing and being her usual self, but I can tell she's not feeling great because of the constipation.
That's helpful to know. Sometimes children can be resilient and try to carry on as usual even when they're not feeling their best. Have there been any recent changes in Sia's routine that affect her diet, fluid intake, or any medications she might be taking?
We had just come back from a short trip, and her diet was a bit different while we were away. She might not have been drinking as much water as usual, and I noticed she wasn't eating as much fruit and vegetables.
Thank you for sharing the details, Mihira. Let's recap what we've discussed. Sia has been experiencing constipation for about 4 days, accompanied by abdominal pain and a slight decrease in appetite. You haven't given her any laxatives, and she's still playing and behaving normally, despite the discomfort. Recently, there have been some changes in her routine due to a short trip, including a different diet and potentially reduced water intake. Mihira, is there anything else you'd like to add about Sia's symptoms or recent experiences?
No, you have all the information correct.
That's perfect. Mihira, it's completely understandable that her diet might have changed a bit while you were away. Sometimes, even small disruptions to our routine can affect our digestive system. It's possible that the change in her diet, combined with a decrease in water intake and possibly some added stress from the trip, might have contributed to the constipation. Please don't worry, Mihira. Constipation is usually temporary and can be resolved with a few simple changes. Constipation is a common problem, especially in children. It's often easily manageable with a few adjustments to her diet and lifestyle. We can discuss some strategies to help her feel better. I'm here to support you and your child through this.
That's a great relief to hear, nurse.
Mihira, let's discuss some steps to help Sia feel better. We can try increasing her fluid intake and incorporating more fiber-rich foods into her diet. Foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are particularly good. Even something as simple as offering her small amounts of water throughout the day or including consumable ice cubes can help. Encouraging her to eat small, frequent meals might also make a difference.
That sounds doable. I can definitely try to get her to drink more water and eat more fruits and vegetables.
That's great to hear. Making these changes should help improve her symptoms over the next few days. Constipation is usually temporary and resolves once we address the underlying factors. However, Mihira, I'd like to schedule a follow-up visit in a week so we can check on Sia's progress and make sure she's feeling better. Does that work for you?
Yes, that works for me. I'll do everything you've suggested and see how she goes.
You're doing a great job, Mihira. I'm confident Sia will start feeling better soon with these changes.